Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction video to another Josh Mayo video. This is my third reaction video to Josh Mayo. The first one was really good, second one not as good. You could check both those out on the channel after this one. For this one, I've looked at some of the side hustles in here, and I think this is going to be a good one. So basically, my goal and purpose of this video essentially is to just give another opinion on these side hustles that YouTubers like Joshua Mayo who give out side hustle or business ideas. So if I've tried the side hustle, which I've tried a lot of side hustles, some have been good, some have not been as good, so I can give you a real opinion on these. If I haven't tried it, I will give you another opinion on if I think it can make money and why. And then finally, at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about my favorite side hustle that he mentioned. And this one is 6 businesses you can start today with $1,000 in 2023.
There are more businesses out there that you can start right now with just $1,000 than any other time in history. And in this video, I'm going to give you 6 of the best businesses that you can start today with $1,000 or less. And the first one on the list is one that I actually did for a few years after I quit my 9-to-5 job, which was web design/development. When I started doing web design back in like 2016, 2017, I basically had $0 to my name. In fact, I was even in a little bit of credit card debt at the time. But none of that mattered because I was able to quickly learn how to build websites using a completely free platform called WordPress.org.
This is crazy because I actually did this exact same thing and probably around the exact same year, 2015 or 2016, right after I graduated college. I was applying to jobs looking to make some money on the side, and I actually did this with WordPress, exactly what he described here. And for me personally, it was a great business. If you don't know about WordPress, you can design a professional looking website pretty easily and people will pay for that service. How I went about it was kind of guerrilla marketing. Back in the day on Craigslist, you could post a listing in multiple cities even if you weren't there in that city. I don't think you can do that anymore, but that's how I would market it. And I would just get emails coming in about people wanting to, set up a website for their church or their small business, anything like that. And I would charge $3, $4, even $500 to make a website, and it would take me, about a day or a half day to make a website. So it was a great business, and I think you could still do it today. It's kind of funny we did it at the exact same time. Let's see what else he has to say about it.
I was able to scale my web design business from earning just a few $100s per week to a few $1,000s per week to as much as $80,000 per year.
Okay, well that's kind of funny that he said he was making a few $1,000s per week, but as much as $80,000 per year, because a few $1,000s a week, it's definitely going to be over 100,000, but whatever.
And just keep in mind, before I ever even got started, I had 0 previous web design experience. I learned everything that I needed by spending about 2 weeks watching different videos on web design and web development. And the best part is that I didn't even need to learn how to code because I just used completely free drag and drop tools to get the job done.
I mean, exactly. I think he hit the nail on the head here. Honestly, I didn't even watch videos. I just went in there, made my own websites, and I realized that I was making some good looking websites. That was my first business idea, is to make websites and make money off the websites through, traffic and affiliate links. But I realized I was making high quality looking websites, so decided to do that as a service instead. And it's pretty easy. You don't need to code or anything.
And even with the very limited knowledge that I had when I was first getting started, to find new clients.
So yeah, this is a good idea. Now I would probably go to Upwork or Fiverr to try to get clients and start cheap. Be one of the cheapest on the site until you get some reviews, and then you can start upping your prices.
All I did was just go to Upwork and start submitting proposals. And I'm just going to be 100% transparent with you, okay? Web design and web development completely changed my life because it was the first time in my life that I was truly able to be my own boss and work from the comfort of my home without having to go out and work a 9-to-5 job. Now, I'm certainly not saying that it still wasn't a lot of work. It was, but I could work from anywhere in the world that I wanted.
Okay, so web design overall, he definitely made more money than I did, but I could get 3, 4, even 5 clients per month, and charging $400 or $500 for a website, you can make $2,000, $2,500 in a month. Was a good month for me. And back in 2015, 2016, when I was a senior in college, that was really good money. But if I was really doing it full time, I probably could have made more. All right, so let's see the next one that he has here for us.
The next business idea is creating print-on-demand posters. So the online poster / canvas artwork industry is a relatively new and thriving industry. In fact, many of the pieces of artwork that I own in my home, I actually bought from Etsy.
I've done this business as well, and it was actually really profitable and good for me. The way I did it was I was selling print-on-demand shirts, sweatshirts, hats, things like that on Etsy. Realized it was pretty saturated. I still was able to make over $1,000 per month, right around 1,000 per month on that Etsy store. But then I was going through print-on-demand suppliers like Printful and looking for another product that was underserved on Etsy, and at the time that was posters, but this was back in 2018. So he did say it's a new kind of business on Etsy, which is definitely not the case. If you search for posters on Etsy, you're going to get millions of results. Canvas prints, you're going to get millions of results. Even if you niche down to, sports posters or nature posters or even like a lion poster, for example, you're going to get so many results. It's very saturated. So for me personally, starting out, I wouldn't go into this thinking you're going to make a ton of money. Personally for me, because when you just searched posters on Etsy, there was less than 1,000 results, which was crazy just for the word poster. Now it's in the millions. So I was getting a ton of traffic, thousands, even 10,000 visits to my store per day. And it actually had really good margins as well and was selling a lot. Now I think it's pretty oversaturated, just my opinion. You can definitely still make money with this, but it's going to be a lot harder to get started with it. And if you are getting started with it, I would look for designs and ideas that are underserved in posters, or I would just go with a completely different print-on-demand product that's not on Etsy to try to start this business.
More than likely, all they did was simply use a print-on-demand service such as Printify to print and ship the products for them. For example, both of these awesome stock market paintings I bought on Etsy for around $200 a piece. And the crazy part about this is the seller didn't have to print the artwork. They didn't have.
So that's exactly what I did, getting them printed and shipped for around $17, $18, selling them for $50. Obviously some great margins. Etsy only takes a very small percentage, so you can keep a lot of money. All right, let's see what the third one here he has.
Next up on our list is a mobile car detailer. So about a month ago, there was a flyer on my door promoting a mobile car detailing service, and I didn't think much of it. But then just a couple of weeks ago, I noticed that there was this guy, probably in his early to mid 20s, who was cleaning and detailing cars at several of the different houses in my neighborhood. And I finally put two and two together, and I realized that this was probably the same guy who was passing out flyers about a month earlier. And you'd be really surprised to learn that a lot of people will pay you good money to clean and detail their car as much as once per month. In fact, there are a ton of people making hundreds of dollars per day, thousands of dollars per week, and even millions of dollars per year doing car detailing. And getting started with this business is actually incredibly easy. Step one, check your bank account to make sure that you have at least $150.
Okay, so I actually forgot about the title saying you need $1,000 to start these businesses. The first two, you don't need any money to start them. This one, I guess you may need money for supplies and stuff, and like flyers, I guess he's probably going to say. Other kind of marketing, door-to-door sales is free, obviously. Someone like me, I couldn't just buy the supplies and get a job and be able to detail a car good enough to warrant having someone pay me. That's just me personally. I mean, if you know how to car detail, then this is obviously a business that you could start, but you're gonna have to learn, probably testing out with some other cars first, or maybe even doing it for free before you can probably start charging for something like this, because it is a pretty specified skill. But you could make a lot of money detailing cars for sure. It's just all about getting clients. And he does give a couple ways to get clients in this video, I think. So let's check those out.
Now, the next thing that you'll want to do is obviously, get the word out about your business. Like, you need clients, and there's a few different ways to find new clients. As always, you can take advantage of free sites like Facebook Marketplace, local Facebook groups, Craigslist, and new sites like Nextdoor to promote your services. But something else that I think you should do, in addition to posting to the free sites, I also think it would be a good idea to invest in some door hanging flyers. These things are super cheap, high quality, and
flyers and free sites to get the word out there. I think it's a good start. I don't know how hard it would be to get clients doing it this way, but definitely possible. But you need to know the skill before you can just go out and sell this. All right, let's look at the next one here.
Thank you. That was easy. The next business that you can start for under $1,000 is a window washing business. Stumbled upon this post of someone talking about their new and successful window washing business that pulled in almost $11,000 in revenue its first month. And they even shared
wait, go back. He glossed right over the text below here. If you could see, Total revenue 10,000, just over 6,000 in profit. So keep that in mind. Also, he says went door to door to find jobs and already have 2 cleaners. So does he have a team of 2 cleaners on his staff too? I'm not exactly sure. But he completely glossed over that point.
They even shared a screenshot of the revenue as proof. And so I decided to do some digging to see what this person had to say about their newfound business. And I saw questions like, what kind of equipment do you need to get started? And how do you actually haul that equipment? And how do you find new clients? Microfiber cloths and glass cleaner is the most basic. It's $100, your business is ready to go. Next question, how do you actually haul the equipment? Inside the back of a regular size sedan.
First off, I don't know if I would recommend this because the ladder it's definitely a safety hazard. Unless you're extremely comfortable using and working on a ladder, then I wouldn't just go out and try this. Obviously, anyone could probably wash a window, but working on a ladder, not as easy as it seems and is definitely pretty dangerous, especially doing it by yourself.
Need any fancy pickup trucks or vans to start this business? And then the final question, did you get all the customers by doing door to door? Did you leave flyers? How else did you get clients? All customers through D2D.
Okay, all the customers were door to door, so you obviously got to live in a neighborhood that's probably a wealthier neighborhood with a bunch of houses in a row. It would make sense to get door to door. But then I would also do flyers, why not try everything, see what works for you the best. Obviously, for this person, door to door worked, but it could be flyers, could be Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. So I would just try it all if you're going to consider this. All right, so this business, they didn't say how much they're charging to clean per house. If it's a giant house, second story, windows where you need a ladder, it might not even be possible with the ladder you have. It could be dangerous. So that's the only thing I would say about this. It's definitely possible as long as you're getting clients. The equipment's going to be cheap. Overall, unless you're really comfortable and confident in your window washing skills of some crazy buildings or houses, I wouldn't just go out there with no experience at all and try this. But it's definitely a viable business as well here. Let's see what he's got for the next one here.
The next business that you can start today is the very simple business of lawn care. I think it's so easy.
Lawn care, I feel like he's talked about this in at least one of the other videos. But lawn care, the equipment's going to be more expensive. It's going to be lawnmower, obviously, the gas for the lawnmower, driving around to different clients. For lawn care, I would say it's a viable business, but I would be diving into other areas such as a handyman. So you take care of the lawn, you make $50 in an hour. Maybe it even takes you longer than an hour. You got to think about the equipment, all that as well. But then I would ask them, hey, what else can I do? Can I trim the hedges? Can I wash your windows? Can I do other things? Because it is hard to get clients if you're getting, one client per week and you're only making $50 off each client. Offering other services, you can maybe make $150 off of every